Hi there! Thank you for checking out my channel. Thank you for clicking on this video. This video is part of the series of videos I'm posting to try to help people out when it comes to aptitude tests like the civil service exam, licensure exam for teachers, and other exams like that. And this video in particular is part of my series on vocabulary building and language. This is the second video or second set na mga idioms that we're going to talk about sa ating series on idiomacy. If you haven't seen the first video, I already talked about a number of idioms there. You can click right here to see that video and catch up. Today is going to be special because series to on idiomatic expressions that start with the word play. And I'm going to switch over to my PC para mapakita ko sa inyo kung ano yung mga pag-uusapan natin. So I'll see you in a bit. Okay, this is Idiomacy Part 2. Today we're going to talk about idioms that start with the word play. The first idiom we're going to talk about is play it by ear. Now, this is very close to my heart kasi yung play it by ear na concept is something that musicians really know. Kasi for all of you who don't know it yet, I play the drums, a little bit of guitar, piano, and other things. Pero drums talaga yung instrument that I fell in love with. Playing it by ear means improvisation, basically. Improvise or to move without plans. Example sentence natin is, okay, nawala yung S dun. Let's go to the beach. We don't need a reservation. We'll play it by ear. Play it by ear kasi it comes from yung idea na when you are a musician, tapos wala kang music sheet. Okay, kasi meron kang music sheet. Yan, yung may notes, tapos may ganyan. May pyesa, basically. Ito yung piece. Play it by ear means, kung wala kang pyesa, papakinggan mo na lang. Okay, you listen to the music and then gagayahin mo na lang sa pamamagitan ng pakikinig sa kanya. Yun yung term na tinatawag na widow. Okay? Yan ang spelling pala ng widow ha. Yung tumutugtog ka ba ng gitara? Hindi, widow lang. Ang widow, hindi ganyan ha. Hindi itong widow na ganito. Vocabulary na rin. Yung widow na ganito, yung namatayan ng asawang lalaki. Okay? Widow, ito yung spelling nung ibig sabihin, nakikinig ka lang, tapos ginagaya mo siya. And us Filipinos, magagaling tayo mag-widow dyan. Okay? So again, play it by ear means pag-improvise ka, gagawa ka kahit wala kang solid na plan. Yun yung ibig sabihin niya. Play it close to the vest. So, ang play it close to the vest is to keep something a secret. Okay? For example, ang sentence natin, we are thinking of names for the baby, but we're playing it close to the vest for now. Kaya ibig sabihin ng playing it close to the vest. Ang advice ko sa inyo when it comes to idioms, you try to imagine kung ano yung sinasabi. And then, kung ano man yung emotion na yon or pinakamalapit na naiisip ninyo when you do that, or when you see that, probably yun yung sagot. So, play it close to the vest. If you imagine a vest, di ba? Tapos you're playing it close to the vest, ibig sabihin nilalapit mo siya sa vest mo. This idiom kasi comes from yung pagpo-poker. When you play poker kasi, di ba, hindi mo pwede ipakita kung ano yung laman ng hand mo, yung baraha mo. So, ibig sabihin, playing close to the vest, ibig sabihin, tinatago mo siya sa vest mo. Meron siyang halos kapareho na idiomatic expression, yung sinasabing parang I'm keeping it close to my chest. Yan, yung keeping it close to my chest also means the same thing. Basically, tinatago mo siya. Okay. Ang difference lang is playing it close to the vest is more about keeping things a secret. Keeping it close to my chest can mean something, romantic din or yung parang pinapahalagahan ko. Ibig sabihin, I treasure it. So, yun. Playing it close to the vest means tinatago mo siya or keep mo siya as a secret. Play gooseberry. Walang space pala to ha. This is just one word. So, gooseberry. Ang play gooseberry is something that we may not be familiar with. That is why I included this sa list. Kasi Pilipino tayo eh. Hindi nga natin alam kung anong gooseberry, no? Play gooseberry means being a third wheel or chaperone. Okay? Example, the couple invited me but I didn't want to go. I didn't want to play gooseberry. Kasi when you play gooseberry, ibig sabihin, ayan, yung goose tsaka yung berry para madali rin itandaan. Ang gooseberry means, kasi there are things, ito yung tinatawag na gooseberry. Meron talagang berry na ang pangalan niya gooseberry. Ang playing gooseberry kasi comes from ang kwento niyan is, pag nag-chaperone ka kasi sa date, di ba? Habang naglalampungan sila basically, or habang nagdi-date sila, nag-holding hands sila, ganyan-ganyan. Yung third wheel, yung chaperone, wala siyang ginagawa. So, nagpe-play siya ng gooseberry. Ibig sabihin, kung namimitas na lang siya kung anong prutas yun nandyan, ganun.
inaaliw niya yung sarili niya. So, yun ibig sabihin ng play gooseberry. Ibig sabihin, nagsichaperone ka or nag-third wheel ka sa isang couple. Okay? Or basically, sumasama ka kahit hindi ka naman talaga part ng plan. Parang ganun. Play second fiddle means to play a supporting role. So, example, I need to practice more. I'm tired of playing second fiddle to the lead actress. Ang ibig sabihin ng playing second fiddle is, okay, lagay tayo ng dalawang fiddle dyan. Si number 1 fiddle tsaka si number 2 fiddle. Ang idea niyan comes from the orchestra. So, if you're familiar with that or kahit rondalia or anything like that, meron kasi first fiddle, second fiddle. Ibig sabihin nun, yung first fiddle, siya yung lead, siya yung bida. Ganon. Ang second fiddle, siya yung alam mo, parang backup or assistant or basically parang understudy nung first fiddle. So, when you're playing second fiddle, ibig sabihin, assistant ka lang. Ibig sabihin, ano ka lang, parang extra ka lang, assistant ka lang nung bida. Yun. So, kunyari, kung meron kang trabaho na sobrang siya yung star, papansin siya ganyan, ikaw, you're playing second fiddle to her or to him. Ibig sabihin, ano ka lang, parang ikaw yung pangalawa sa ranking, ganon. So, it can mean a good thing or a bad thing. Most people usually use this a negative connotation. Ibig sabihin, when you're playing second fiddle, ibig sabihin, may kagustuhan ka maging first fiddle pero hindi pa nangyayari. Play to the gallery. Okay? Ang play to the gallery means to act to get people's attention and approval. When we say people, hindi lang siya specific people, parang masses, parang ganon. Example, he didn't get elected because he was good. He just knew how to play to the gallery. O yan na, before nyo palalagyan ng political connotation, this is just the sentence, alright? So, ang kwento dito sa sentence na to is, yung tao daw na boto, hindi daw siya naboto because he was good, pero magaling lang siya magpatawa sa mga masses, magsayaw ng 8-8 sa campaign, basically ganon. So, magaling siya mag-speech, magaling siya sumayaw, magaling siya kumanta, sumikat siya that way. This idiom comes from the story na, ang actors kasi, when you're nasa theater ka, if you've ever been to the theater, ang gallery basically is yung equivalent ng cheap seats na tinatawag yung nasa likod. So, when you're playing to the gallery, ibig sabihin, ang kinukuha mong atensyon, hindi yung mga elite, hindi yung mga paying people, pero yung mga masa. So, nagpapatawa ka, ganun, or ginagawa mo lahat, nagsa-slapstick comedy ka, yung nadadapa ka kunyari, para makuha mo yung pansin ng mga masses. So, playing to the gallery means, papansin basically, to get more people's attention.
Alright, so I hope you learned something here today. If you did, click thumbs up. If you have a friend who's also taking the test, don't be afraid to share this video with them. I'm doing this all for free para people na willing to learn will learn wherever you may be. So, if you want to see the next video as soon as it posts, because there are a lot of other videos on the pipeline, you can click right here to subscribe. Click here to catch up sa lahat ng mga videos already posted. God bless sa inyo. Adja kayo niyan. And I hope to see you on my next review event. On the next one, nung shoot ko tong video to, the next one is the Metro Manila Review event, February 4 and 11, 2017. If you want to attend that, you can always reach me through my page, www.facebook.com/teamlaika. Hope to see you there. God bless you. Adja kayo niyan.